Hi, this is Calvin. I'm here to talk about Site123 as a basic website builder. Website builders have been coming into the fore, I would say, in about the last 12 months, properly 8 months. They've been around longer, but they're now hard to ignore. I'm a web developer and web designer by trade, so it's really eating into my marketplace, and it's about adapting and it's just progress. You can build your own website, and site123.com is a very simple to use option, and that's what I'm going to show you a little bit of today. So when you sign up with them, which would be at site123.com, and you create a website, you'll get the choice of what kind of domain you will go into. It could be like floristry, it could be like a gym, or it's a business site or a personal site. Um, and after you've clicked that, it just kind of narrows your options down. But no matter what you chose, you could still pick anything at that point. So we're at the point where we've already chose something, and this is just an example website that's about a place in Cuba called Cayo Guillermo, and this is just a demonstration about some fishing in Cayo Guillermo to emphasize some of the ways that you might use Site123, and just to show how easy it is to use. So we're in what's called the dashboard here, and I can just click on the website. Let's have a look at it in its current state. So it's under this tab. So the first thing you recognize is that you've not got a full domain in here. You've got what's called a subdomain. If you want your own domain, that costs you $13 per year. The first year is free, and you still have to buy your domain name on top, and also your plan, and the plans start from about £8 per month. So that's very affordable when you consider that you've got to pay for hosting and stuff anyway, and they take care of that kind of thing. So this is just a generic beach backdrop, but this could absolutely be any beach, and so we've just picked that as a video background, which is pretty cool. The navigation, you can have sub menus and these other buttons, but as you'll discover, this template is far from right. So we've got demo content in here that we need to change, and this is basically a template that needs editing, and that's got so it's wrong, and the map is all wrong. So we're going to go in and change a few things, not everything, just to show you how it all works and whatnot. So let's go back into the dashboard. We're going to go, these are the settings for the domain, so we're actually going to go in and edit the site first. What you get is this toolbar on the left, and then we see the site. So you can actually use these buttons to make changes. For example, we get a live change update. This is inline text editing. So that's one thing. Otherwise, you can select from this. Let's do them one at a time. So website name and logo. We've got a name in there. Let's try and choose a logo. I've got you can choose from some icons or upload. I'm not sure how this is going to work or look, but this is just a test to see where I've got my stuff stored. I want to pick this one for our logo, and it's uploading, and there we go. It's actually a really good stab at it's possibly more. Let's go up to next and see what happens. It's also quite good. I want a little bit of white space. Close that. And now all we would need to do is to publish that, is to click on this green button, and that change will be published. Otherwise, the changes that we make are not. It does save them, but until you publish, it's not published, which is a handy step, obviously. Title and slogan. That's obviously wrong, the slogan. So It's obviously not right either, but it's just we're just demonstrating now some things. So I've chosen a video background, which I want to just keep that in place. That's okay, but otherwise I could choose images and changing images, as in would be a slideshow, which is pretty cool. I could warm things up by choosing a filter. Yeah, just making it a little brighter or something. So some of these features are locked in the free package that this is demoing. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Layouts. So there are various different options for the layout. You can have a call to action there added. And then if you click about, maybe that goes to the about page, possibly. Image design, layout. I was quite happy with what I had actually. So include buttons. So that's our layout is fine. So that's really the home page. So as we come down, we can change elements about this home page. So let's change this services one. I know I've got 4 images. I will change this one. Manage page. So here we can edit the text and choose the image for that particular little section. So let's choose as upload an image. Maybe we can upload them all, then we don't have to upload them again. No, we've only got one. I'll choose that image for that particular section there. And we can have up to 3 in this section, but I only want 1. Click save on that. And that's done that section. So let's just see how that's changed. So we'll publish that. Yes, I'm sure I want to publish. We've already got it open in this tab. So opening that tab and refreshing. And we now have the about. For the free version you get this at the bottom, which you need to pay to get removed. So that might not bother everybody, and certainly not too bad for a free one. The name is probably something that you're going to want to change though. So that's the only downside to the website builders. Obviously you're getting a lot of things for free, but you know they're a company, they want to make money, and so it can be economical. I mean, I still recommend hiring a web designer for many situations. This Site 123 is a really good, easy to use option if you're a small user, such as a personal website or a very small self-employed business. I think it's a very good tool to use, and you know, have a go. You can, within the space of an evening, or certainly take a Saturday or a Sunday, you can get your website up and running. Much better than doing a Facebook page. So that option's open to you, but optimizing images and things, you still need the services of a web designer. So if that's still the case, then hop on across, do a search for Cams Digital, and you can employ me for not much money. Doesn't have to be for bags of time. Send me 3 images and I can optimize them and get them back, turn that around in 15 minutes for you. That's the sort of way that I can work. So let's have a look and edit this page. The page layout, you can have different kinds. I quite like that layout, so we're going to keep that. And you see how simple it is. I'm not sure. Do we want, how many images have we got? So let's have a look. We've got 3 more images. Let's leave it at that. And edit each one. Remove that image, choose an image. So if I choose from library, they've got quite a lot of stock imagery in there, so it can be handy. That let's upload. And obviously, if you were to build your website, you'd plan it. I'm not planning any of this, so these titles won't necessarily make sense. Short description, that's probably not going to appear on the page. This is more for meta, and that would be a description within the page. I can actually just leave that blank for purposes of demonstrating how this works. So types of is it blah? I think it could just be more. Save that. Choose image. I'm not going to change all of these. I don't want an excessively long video for you to go. So I'm going to change this one to this one. So we've just made a few changes, and we'll have a look at the other features after we've got this one. So publish, I want to publish, yes, I'll save that. So if that's the bit we've just done. Refresh the page, and now so it goes to a small sub page. Actually, that's part of the feature of that little block. Obviously the layout's broken because I haven't included that. Was the sub text, so it actually wasn't description, it was what it said in the tin. So we could go through and change all of that other stuff. Let's look at the map. It would be good to get actually and see there. So we want to manage this page. We do want the form, and oh, that's okay. Address. So this is probably where the map's going to be shown. So I'm actually going to put myself in KWL. And here, social details. switched it off for a moment, but let's turn it on. Manage social. Facebook. I don't have. Let's do the Twitter. If we would put in the URL, we'll probably want the whole URL, so let's just put in. So we've got a Twitter icon, hopefully, and there you go, all of the social icons you have. So got that set, advanced settings. Now we can add more to the form. That's possibly, yeah, we need to upgrade for that. Scripts and code. Oh, that's quite handy. You can do some automation based on when the auto reply need to upgrade. So, but this is fine. You can get a form sent to you, and this is in the free version too. So, and now we've got our Twitter link there as well. So let's save and publish that. And I'll conclude the video there really, because let's just have a look, refresh. Oh, one other thing, I'll show you how to create a page. We've got some pages created already. So this is the home page. And with the one interesting thing about this is that you can go into settings and you can pick a website type. This is, I've selected multi-page, and what that means is when I click on the about, I get a distinctly separate page. So I'm scrolling to the top and the bottom. So that's an actual page, and we have about and URL. The alternative is you select single page. Now what happens now is when you click on the about, it goes to an about section in the home page. So you have only one single page in that idea, that method. So really only for the very smaller sites really want to do that. But it works for some, and I actually use that myself. So search engine optimization, we get a sitemap created. Let's just have a quick look at the sitemap. So here we've got our page that Google now knows about. There's quite a few pages it's created that are feature social. Let's have a look, see what that page is going to come back at, just out of curiosity. So that means it's quite SEO friendly off the bat. Search engine maps are important, and the URLs are set out quite well. So a big part of the problem of website builders is they're not very SEO friendly, and you don't have a control over all of the SEO. But this one has got quite a lot right out of the box, and to be honest, as a beginner, somebody who is using something like this, it looks pretty perfect. Let's have a look at some of the plugins that you can use. You can add Google Analytics for free, and some of these other things, marketing tools, some of these are really, really useful. Talk2 is good. I use that on some of my websites. That's like a live chat thing. So there's really a lot of plugins that you can add to your page. So this is a really good and useful tool. I'm going to back out of that. Let's just quickly look at design, website structures. So essentially I can change at the drop of a hat how the menu is looking. I can have this looks like a clear menu at the top and a much bigger beach. I quite like that. And then yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one actually. And then you can go into styles and fonts. So we started with a template and modified a template. And so we can change the phone number. It kind of hooks into the other part of where we edited it in the map, but it obviously needed refreshing here. And the social network's the same, so it should only be potentially sharing Twitter. Oh yes, one thing, I uploaded a transparent background for my logo, so that works really well, doesn't it? Twitter options. Let's put cookie consent on, and because that's not annoying enough, is it? And what are the other settings? Website languages. This could be quite handy. So you can add languages, which is quite powerful. Set your country locale. You should really do that. And then do so let's have 24 hour. I've already seen that. So let's go to domain settings. We're not going to look for a domain or do any of that. And you can preview your design in here without having to save. So if you've got a site up and live, obviously you don't want to do it until you've previewed. So let's preview it. We can preview on mobile. And check the menu, how the menu is working. You good? Scrolling. And all of a sudden we've got, you know, a website that needs another hour or two on it, but that's not the point of this video. And we've got our cookie control in there. Got it. And that's it basically. So I'm going to wrap this video up there and say thanks for watching. Please subscribe or ask me any questions. I love answering questions on web design and that. And yeah, please do like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me make videos. And yeah, have a good day and see you later. Bye.